Welcome back to the Road Show. This morning in The Buzz, here's the question we're talking about. Should women get mammograms less frequently, or should you do it more because it could save your life? Well, E! News and Style Network host Juliana Rancic made the announcement yesterday. This is a shocker, that she is battling breast cancer. She says a tumor was spotted on a mammogram that she had while undergoing in vitro fertilization. What happens is, I guess, before you get in vitro, they want to check you, make sure you're okay. And yeah, the cancer was found early though, and her prognosis is good. Now, generally, the conventional wisdom has been that women 40 and older should get a mammogram every 1 to 2 years. But there's a new study out there supporting getting mammograms only every other year instead of annually. More than 60% of women who get tested every year for a decade will get false positives. And then they'll be called back at least once for extra tests that show you don't have breast cancer. All right, so, you know, it's kind of confusing and conflicting information. Like, should you, shouldn't you? I mean, what do you think, Patrick?
I think you should get one every 6 months. You know, what's the risk?
Yeah, but they're saying that you get false positives, which leads to stress and like everything else, you know, because you think you might have cancer and then you go back and you find out you don't.
I don't know. I don't think there should be any. Why wait? You know, like I just don't see. I don't have anybody, thankfully, that I know. Well, no, I do know somebody who was just recently diagnosed, and I don't know if this story's correct, but she went for her mammogram, it was fine, and then like 2 months later found a tumor. Then they went back again, and they found stuff, you know, deeper in the tissue.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, how do you trust these things in the first place? It's sort of like, it's really kind of aggravating.
I know,
scary,
I know.
You know.
I just feel like they should be done starting at a younger age. I'm surprised that the cutoff is still, or maybe not the cutoff, but the starting point is 40.
Right.
Because you know so many people that are so young that are developing cancer. And Juliana Rancic, I'm pretty sure she's mid-30s, towards upper 30s, maybe like 35, 36, around there. So clearly, you know, young women are getting this as well. So I don't understand why it needs to start at 40. If you want to get one, by all means, go get
one. It's insurance. We all know that. It's insurance. They don't want to cover it.
I'm glad you started it, because I was going to just blast the insurance companies.
Am I saying that's 100% the reason? No, but it's definitely part of it. You know what I mean? It has to be. Why else would they say?
And luckily, she was getting in vitro fertilization. I mean,
if she wasn't doing you think about, she can't have a baby naturally.
She has one setback. Okay, so now she tries to go have a child.
Because based on the rules, she wouldn't have had one for like 4 years. Because they say 40, and she's in her mid-30s. So.
Exactly.
And I could see why here in Rhode Island specifically there would be a hesitancy for an OB to say, let's do a mammogram a lot, because Rhode Island has the worst reimbursal rate in the country for health insurance. So, you know, what's more important? The money involved in these, I could go for hours on health insurance, as you all could probably, that are making money hand over fist, they're printing money. But we'll take people's lives and put them at risk because of, well, we don't want to, because we're not going to get paid for it if we give you a mammogram and you... Don't get me going. It's so frustrating.
I think most people would agree that you know, not the more the merrier, but definitely, you know, you should get more than less mammograms over years.
Well, it's like for men, women, but for men, for colon cancer, you know, there's a history of pancreatic cancer in my family, and I'm sorry, prostate cancer in my family, and I just had my most recent physical, and I said, when do I have to start like getting colonoscopies? And they said, not till you're 50. I was like, what? I said, you know, and not that they could be related, but they're not. But I was thinking, like, why wait that long? You know, just make it part of the routine. You know, when you get to be 40. I don't know if that's the right age, or 35.
I don't know, but we're getting to the age where we're going to start worrying about all that stuff.
Yeah. Routine physicals just become routine doctor's appointments. You just keep going and going.
Going. Courtney, what's up? What are people saying online today?
We have a lot of comments. We actually have an interesting one from a professor who's shedding a little light on the scientific research behind that. So I do want to get to that there on the live blog on foxprovidence.com. Joe said, getting a mammogram yearly is what saved my mother's life. She beat breast cancer in 2006. Smokey Wolf says, I think women should still go every year. It only helps them. She said, I mean, what if you get a lump the year you don't go and never know about it? And Professor said, in the scientific world of research, we try to re-examine the results of one study with results of a new advanced study and then make a new recommendation based upon the new results. They say this is what science research is all about. Here's the poll right underneath today's live blog. And what do you think of the new mammogram recommendations for women? A, the new suggestions make me worry more, or B, it's good and will prevent false alarms. We've got quite a few comments on our Facebook wall this morning. If you're Just checking your inbox over there now, you can leave a message for us. And Nelson Almeida says it's just another way to save money and put people at risk. Too many cutbacks as it is, and now with our health. And Donna said, you know, many women are actually survivors of this dreadful disease, but they were caught early and treated. So to make this every 2 years is not a good idea. So if you want to weigh in our poll, I think the results are like 50-50 right now. You can do that, and we'll have the results at the end of the show. But for now, we're going to go back into the kitchen with Danielle. And what are you working on now?